Now I'm ready to record the first 3 verses of The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. So what I need to do first is bring up a floating window of the numbers document that contains the text of the poem. So I'm just going to swipe up from the bottom, do a long press on numbers, and just drag it over here to the right side. And you can select the correct tab, and the text for the poem is going to be in the Learn tab. You can zoom in on the text to make sure that you could see it clearly. And then when you're comfortable, at the top you're going to press the red dot to record. Now when you press that, it's going to give you a 4 count, and then you'll read the first verse of the poem. So just this first verse, not the second and third just yet. Now that I've recorded the first verse, I want to listen to the whole thing and just make sure that it sounds good and I didn't make any mistakes. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary. Alright, so let's say I listened through that whole thing and it sounds good. I'm now ready to set things up to record the second verse. So I'm going to take the cursor here that kind of shows where I am in the timeline and just scroll that to the end. Now I may have to move that numbers window kind of out of the way, so I'm going to move that to the left side and just move my cursor there, so after that first recording. And that kind of sets things up because that's where I want the second verse to go. So once again, I'm going to hit the record button, record just my second verse now, and then when I'm done, press stop. Okay, now I recorded my second verse, so just like the first one, I just want to give... Distinctly I remember it was in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember brought its ghost upon the floor. We can say that eagerly I wish the moment. So I'm going to take the cursor, go to the end, and this time record the third verse. If, after listening to one of your recordings, you do find a mistake and you want to redo that recording, what you can do is select it by tapping on it, then tap on it again, and then you'll see this menu come up. And then one of the options will be to delete it, and you can just delete it and re-record.